This video is on the setup and operation of the Hero T1 low-speed machine. Before we get started, please review the operator's manual found at this link here. Begin by unboxing the machine and preparing the components to be assembled. You should have one motor, one handle assembly, one 50-foot machine cord, one pad driver, and one skirt for the machine. This machine uses a 20-inch skirt, but it is also available in a 17 and 13-inch size. You should also have one large carriage bolt and nut, as seen here, two smaller carriage bolts and nuts, two small polymer bushings for the handle, and four small 13mm bolts that will be used to connect the shroud to the machine. This entire assembly can be completed using a crescent wrench, as seen here, and a 13mm socket, which I've attached to a small drill. Begin the assembly process by flipping the motor onto its head, as seen here, so that we can set the shroud onto the machine and bolt it down. You want to set the shroud onto the motor and frame in such a way that the notch in the rubber seal is at the rear of the machine where the wheels are. Grab the four small 13mm bolts and install the shroud to the machine. With the shroud secured to the frame, bring the assembly and set it right side up onto the ground. Now grab the two polymer bushings, the large carriage bolt, and the handle assembly and bring them to the machine. Grab the polymer bushings and install them onto the base of the handle, as seen here. With the bushings installed, set the handle into place onto the base of the machine. Now grab your carriage bolt and nut and run it through the base of the machine, through the handle, and through the other end. Now that the carriage bolt is installed onto the machine, use the provided nut to secure everything in place. With that tightened, you can now plug in the handle of the machine to the motor of the machine. The smaller connector is for the LED headlight. With everything connected, sheathe everything shut. Now grab the remaining two carriage bolts and nuts, as seen here, and install them through the handle and into the tensioner, as shown here. Secure everything in place using the provided lock nuts. You can now lock the handle in place and the assembly is now complete. Now that the machine assembly is complete, install a pad onto the pad driver to prepare it for use. Make sure you tighten the pad retainer until you can no longer tighten it anymore. With a machine like this, you're able to grab the pad drive with the pad and install it onto the machine, turning it counterclockwise to lock. Plug one end of the extension cord into the outlet, and plug the other end of the extension cord, the pigtail end, into the machine. You will notice that when you plug the machine in, the light powers on to signify that the machine has power. Before beginning use the foot pedal at the bottom of the handle to loosen the handle tensioner and bring the handle to about belt height. To engage the machine, press the safety locking mechanism and pull on the levers. To reduce the risk of losing control of the machine when you engage it, make sure when you do engage the machine that the bubble is in the center of the bubble level. You are also able to remove the pad drive to install a brush. When you're done using the machine, wrap the cord on the handle like so. Best practice would be to take the pad driver or brush off the machine and hang it on the handle as so when storing. You've now set up and operated your T1 low-speed machine. Make sure you store the machine protected from the elements. Go to this link for any further information or support.